this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video. And another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Today in this video, I am going to be joined by an evil creeper that is hiding in my love garden. And so before I head to the love garden, I am going to go and take him out. I couldn't think of much worse than the love garden getting blown up, because that would be awful. Having to try and add in all of those signs again, that would be like an entire afternoon's work. Anyway, I'm not only going to be joined by an evil creeper in my love garden, I am also going to be joined by Polly Reindeer. Good morning, Polly. Welcome back to my lovely world. I'm sure that Polly's going to be very excited because we're going to be going and building, and looks like she's here saying hello to all of my snowmen as well. And I will be honest, I do think that my snowmen have seen better days. They are starting to melt. It's starting to get a little hotter in my lovely world, and they're actually holding up pretty well, though. We'll see how long they last for, though. Anyway, let's go and have my breakfast. Something that will not last is this cake, and that is because I am about to eat it all. Nom 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 nom. I must say, compliments to the chef, and the chef was me because I made that cake. It's so nice being able to make tasty cakes myself now then. Alright then, let's go and head over to the love garden, shall we? And I have a task for you as well, Polly. While I'm adding someone to the love garden, I want you to do a bit of gardening. We basically, in the last, 2 episodes ago, Polly planted the first ever jungle tree in my lovely world, and I have a few cocoa beans, and these are actually the only cocoa beans I have left, so they are quite precious, so do look after them. But yeah, what I thought you could do is you could go and plant them on the tree, and then that way we would go and have a load more cocoa beans. So while Polly's doing that, I am going to be adding to the love garden Lydia. And the reason I'm adding Lydia is because she asked to have a Stampy Cat balloon model made. And you can see it's a model of my face. And I thought that was just such a cool thing. And I thought it looked so good. And hopefully Lydia was very happy with it. So I wanted to say thank you very much, Lydia, for sending me the picture. And welcome to my love garden. All right, then let's go and see. It looks like the cocoa beans have been planted. So once these have grown, we can break them off. And then that way we can have even more cocoa beans. And that means we will be able to eat some cookies. If only you could make chocolate cake inside of Minecraft. That would be amazing. If anyone from Mojang or 4J is watching this, please, chocolate cake, please. I really want it. I mean, my cakes are lovely anyway, but a chocolate cake would be even better. Anyway, let's go and choose a dog. Actually, I know which dog I'm going to be choosing today, and that is Corey. And I took Corey with me in the last episode, but I accidentally left him sitting down in the teleporter for the entire episode, and here he is up the top here. And so I thought I'd say sorry to him and I'd bring him with me, and this time I'm going to actually allow him to join me properly. So let's once again go and dive through the water here, and we can head straight through the teleporter to the Funland, and we're going to be continuing building what we started in the last episode, which is the Leaky tap game, which I think is going to be a pretty cool looking and fun to play game once we've finished it. But Corey, do you want to come and join me? And oh, whoa, that was very quickly. I guess the dogs don't really need the teleporter, seeing as they can teleport anyway. And Corey's going all over the place. Where's Corey going? Oh, Corey, come on, get inside of the teleporter. I know you're curious and you want to look at every single thing inside of the room, but you got to get in the teleporter. Right, let's do the old-fashioned method of sitting them down and then sliding them along on their bum. That's the only way to get the dogs to go where you actually want them to. So Corey, you can go and sit in the corner down there. I'll see you in just 1 second, Polly. Right, let's press the button for the Funland and pull the lever. Oh, no, I did it in the wrong order. There we go. I've pressed the button, and here we go. Whizzing off to the Funland. And I think we should have hopefully arrived. Let's open the door and see. Yep. We have now arrived in the Funland, and now it's just a very short walk to get to where we're building. And look, you can see it already. You can see just how big that tower is. I think it's even bigger than I first planned to build it, but I think that's cool. I always like building these big, tall, and impressive looking games. I think it's just something cool. I like kind of just looking over the top of the Funland and seeing like the big rainbow and the Rubik's Cube, and then the massive raindrops game over there. I think this is going to be another one that's going to look really cool when people are just kind of wandering around the Funland and checking it all out. And in the last episode, we built the tower, and I also attempted to build a bath. And and it was pretty awful. It was bad, and I basically completely rebuilt it just because of how awful it was. So I built it too high up was the problem. I started building from the top down when I should have probably built it from the bottom up. So I've done it again, and I think it is now looking much better than it was before. So let me just go and climb up here. There's a little ladder around the back here. So there we go. This is my bathtub. It's probably not the best it could be. I think if it was longer, it'd look more like a bathtub, but I don't want the game to take up too much space because space in my lovely world is pretty precious. So yeah, I'm glad with how it looks. And hello, Polly. Welcome to the game. Right then, let's go and start building then, shall we? I'm sure you're raring to go. So what we're going to start off by doing is just adding some fences around the outside. I normally fence off these games, and I thought that never brick fences would look better than wooden fences. I don't know why. I just thought they would look better. So let's start off by just adding some fences all the way around the outside of the game here, and we just need to make sure we leave a little opening at the front so people can actually get in. So while Polly carries on adding all of these fences, I'm going to go inside of the big column, and I'm going to go and start adding the minecart track. So let's go and climb up here, and I'll explain how this is going to work. So remember, there's going to be a big tap, which I'm hopefully going to build up there later in the episode. And then the minecart's going to drop down here. It's going to slide along here, and it's going to whiz inside of this opening. And then it's going to go around and around and around and up and up and up really fast until it gets to the tap again, where it's going to go and drop on down. So let's go and start doing the track then, shall we? So let's just build it around this corner here. And then it needs to be straight here for a little bit. Because the tracks can't go round a corner and up at the same time. So it needs to go straight there, but then it can just go on a straight ramp up to the wall here, and then it just needs to go straight again, and then it just needs to keep going up like this, and we can basically do this the entire way up to the top. I am getting a little bit worried though, because I don't want Corey to come in here and accidentally fall off. And where is Corey? I think he's happy. I think he's just wandering around. Certainly much happier than he was in the last episode. So yeah, let's go and carry on adding some of this track down. So I want it to be really fast. I want the raindrop minecart to go, not the raindrop, sorry, the water droplet minecarts to go up as fast as they can. So in all of these straight ramps, we're going to be adding in power rails. And looks like Polly's trying to throw snowballs at me. That's not fair. I don't have any snowballs to throw back at you. I could throw some bread at you. There we go. It's not quite the same, is it? Right then, let's go and carry on adding these power rails. We'll tell you what, Polly. If you want, you can carry on basically doing what I'm doing here and build this track all the way up to the top here. And while you're doing that, I am going to go and I am going to build a gigantic plunger, because why not? I have never built a gigantic plunger in Minecraft before, and I guess this is a good time to start. And the other thing we want to make sure we do is just add in something to power the power rails. Otherwise, they're pretty useless. So we also need to go and add in levers here that we can go and pull down, and then this is going to power up the track, so the minecarts are going to go crazy fast all the way to the top. And the reason I'm going to be building a plunger is because this is going to be where you're going to be firing the arrows from. I guess I should explain how the game works, just in case you didn't see the last episode. You're going to be standing on a big plunger, which is going to be around here somewhere, and then the minecarts are going to drop out of the tap, and you have to shoot them before they get into the bathtub. So that's how the game works. So this is basically going to be a platform for everyone to shoot from, and I guess I want it to be a pretty similar height to the bath. I think about this height will be okay. It's going to go a little bit higher once I build the actual plunger part of the plunger, and I'm going to do it as a traditional red plunger. I think will make sense. So let's go and let's give this a go then. As I said, I have never built a gigantic plunger before, so I have no idea how this is going to go, but let's just experiment and let's see how this ends up. It doesn't need to be too big, as I don't think it's going to take too long, and I think the gigantic tap is going to be a little bit more complicated, but I guess if I start with the little cross there, and I keep just kind of going up and out, and try and make it look as round as possible, I think it will be okay. It's a very iconic shape, I guess, a plunger. I think that having the wooden plank pole there, and then just this red bit at the top, I think everyone's going to immediately recognize what it's at least supposed to be, even if it doesn't look like the best plunger in the world. So let's go out here. Shall we go out one more? Yeah, let's go out one more, shall we? Let's go up a little bit. And let's go out one more. I am getting a little bit worried that I might be running out of red wool, but I can break away some that I've put in the middle if I need to go and add more on. So let's kind of build up and out here, and then I guess I could kind of fill in the gaps in the middle here. If I kind of go like that, I think that looks okay. I think this is a kind of quite a nice plunger shape, but yeah, as I said, the main worry is that I'm going to run out of this red wool. I should hopefully just about have enough. I normally either just have the right amount or just don't have enough. That's normally the way this thing goes. And I also want to try and make sure it's symmetrical on all of the different sides. So let's go and break this away and this away. And then let's go here and go out further on this side. And then I'm just going to go and add a ladder on the way up, which is going to be how everyone gets onto the giant plunger. So let's go and build like this. Is this symmetrical? Okay, obviously the middle isn't symmetrical, but that doesn't matter because I can kind of dig this all out a little bit. Like this, and then if I add that one in there, I think this is looking a little bit better. If I add, is this symmetrical? No, I think this needs to be here. Then I need to break that away there. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there, and I think that one needs to go here. No, I think this side is the side which is different compared to the others. Let's try and just break away all of the bits here. It's really hard to tell. I don't even know where the pole is. Okay, so this is the middle here. So let's go and dig out from the middle here. And then I should be able to work out how things going. And I can hear crunching. I can hear crunching from somewhere. There we go. Polly's there just eating some crunchy apples. Have you finished the track already? That was super fast. That was very impressive. Right, I'll be up there to check it out in one moment. But first, let me go and try and work out what I want to do here. So I'm going to leave an opening here because this is where the ladder's going to be. So this here is the exact middle. I think I need to go down and look from the underneath. Then that way I can tell what I need to do. So I'm also going to make a crafting table so I can actually make the ladders. So then that way I'm going to be able to easily go up and down. And then I'm going to go and try, if I can, to build the actual giant tap, which is going to be probably the most important part of the game itself. So let's go and add these ladders in here. And then let's have a look from the outside and see how it's looking. Oh, it's that bit. It's that corner there. That corner is the wonky one, I think. So let's see if I can climb up here and try and sort this out. So I think this one goes too wide. Oh no, it doesn't need to go further out this way, maybe? Does that make it more symmetrical than if I break this away here? I think this is almost right. I think this is almost how it needs to be, and I think this will do for now because I want to go and try and make sure that I get the actual tap done then. So let's go and have a look upstairs and see how it's going. I'm sorry, Corey, but you're going to have to stay down there. And Polly, seeing as you're probably a better builder than me, if you want to go and try and sort out the plunger and make it symmetrical, you're very welcome to. I've left some red wool for you down at the bottom of the ladder. Polly is a little bit of a master builder, so it is definitely very handy to have her around. And you can see how quickly she's done the track already. And whoa, look at that, all the way to the top up there. I'm tempted to try and just ride a minecart track up there, but I don't know what it's like at the top, and I don't just want to go flying off the edge. So I think I'm going to go a little bit safer, and I'm just going to go and climb up instead and see how it's looking at the top. We need to make sure it lines up okay, so that once you get to the top, you go out in the right direction, so you're going out on top of the bathtub, because otherwise you're just going to be flying off over my Funland and landing in a random game, probably on the sheep shuffle game or something. So let's go and climb up to the top here, and I think this is perfect. I think this is the side it wants to be. Oh no, it's not. We need to go around and end up on that side there, but that's a whoa! I nearly fell. I so nearly fell. Let me grab some ender pearls, so if I fall, I can hopefully throw one and try and save myself. But I was nearly off then. This is okay though, because what we can do is if we just break away this last bit here. No, I didn't mean to break that bit, but that's okay. We can go and build along like, oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that. It needs to go the same height, and it can just go along like this. And then once it gets to this side, we can just dig out the wool here. And then this is where the actual tap's going to be. So I'm just going to be building the tap out of gray wool. Seem to make the most sense. And let's give this a go. And look at that. Look how quickly Polly has made made it exactly symmetrical. I told you that she was the master builder. If you want, you can come and join me up here if you want to help building. You could actually make a minecart and come up if you want. If I throw down some iron, if you wanted, you can make a minecart and ride it up. It should be perfectly safe. So let me go and just throw down some iron here in case she doesn't have any, and she can go and ride up, and she will be here in no time whatsoever. You are going to go absolutely flying up that thing. Right, let's go and add another block in here, and I can go and build this off here. So you're going to go quite thin. Of course, when the track's in, it only needs to be tall enough to fit the actual minecart in. So that's why I'm not doing it any higher than it is at the moment. So it's going to start off really thin, and then when it gets out to here, it can go a little bit wider. And I won't lie, I am a little bit scared building up this high. It's a little bit terrifying, and I've already almost fallen once. Let me see if I can go and jump up to here. Ooh, that was scary. And can I see Polly riding her way up? If she gets on a minecart, I really want to see her whizzing her way up, and here she goes. Look how far she's going. She's going crazy. Hello, Polly. And I told you it was safe at the end. It's not so safe here, though. There are some sudden drops, so do be very, very careful around here. Right then, let's go, and let's try and build this area a little bit wider then, shall we? So if I go and build it like, let's go and build it so it goes wider here. Let's do this first, and then I have at least of a bit of a platform for me to be able to build out of. So I'm going to make this bit a little bit like boxier, I guess, because this is where the actual tap is going to be. So let's kind of build a big square along here like this. Well, a big rectangle, sorry, if I go and build out a little further, because I need to try and make it line up so as the minecart drops down, it lands exactly on the ramp down there. So we can do a little bit of a test hopefully later on and see whether it actually works. So let's build this bit along here, and then I guess if I build let's build like a little triangle bit on this side here, and I'm gonna build this out even further just because I am scared that I am gonna fall down. So this is pretty much just for safety. I don't know if it's gonna end up staying like this, but for now it just makes me feel a bit more comfortable. So let's build across here, which is where the tap bit's going to be connected to. And then if I build up here a little bit, maybe 3 blocks, and then here, this is going to be the turny bit. This is going to be kind of like the, you know, the little handles that come out in kind of like a star shape. They're going to come out here in every direction. So this is going to be the part where it looks like you actually need to turn. So let's go and add some of these in here like this. And if you want, Polly, while I'm doing this, you could try and continue the track to make it so it actually goes and leads into the tap. I don't think Polly likes heights very much, though. She's one of the reindeers that can't fly, so she's not as used to heights as Rudolph and the rest of the gang might be. All right then, let's climb down here, and let's build this out one further in this direction, and then I think we can go and start making it so it kind of goes down a little bit. And I think to do that, I might need to add a little bit of scaffolding in, just so I can go and extend it out a little bit further, and also down as well. It's always hard to build things that go down, but I think here I can just do like a hole down there, which is where the minecarts will actually go and drop off. So if I go back over here, and I'm banging my head here, I'm gonna have to add in a bit of dirt just so I can get around to the other side. And let me go and try and build a little bit lower then, shall we? Can I place a block any lower than that? Let's drop down to here, and then if I place this is tough, isn't it? If I place a block down here and then here, I can drop down to here and then break away this one. And then here we go. If I go just a little bit lower, I can now build a little track going out here. And let me go and grab my ender pearls once again, because I'm very scared right now. I'm not pretending to be scared. I am genuinely scared building this high up. I am crouched though, so I shouldn't fall off the edge unless I try and do something silly and start jumping around like a madman. Right, so if I just go and build along here a little bit further, I should be now pretty much underneath where I wanted the hole to be, which is where the minecart's going to come out of. And what you could actually do if you want to do is actually make it so there's continually water coming out of the tap. I don't really want to do that because I'm basically pretending that the minecarts are the water droplets. So I think actually having real water I don't think would actually look that good. But if you wanted to, that is something that you could do. I think it would look cool, but I think it kind of ruins the effect of the minecart actually being the water droplets. template. So if I can build this along here like this, and then to there, I think this should be almost done. So be careful, I'm going to break, actually, I won't break away the dirt yet, Polly, because it might be a little bit too dangerous for you. But I can break these away like this, and I want to try and get rid of as much of the dirt as I can while I get up, because otherwise we're just going to have a dirty part of the ride here. If I kind of like pile up like this, I can just kind of break away what's underneath me as I go. I'm always scared breaking them underneath my feet though, in case I accidentally destroy them. Right, let's just not worry about that for now. Let's just try and get up here safely, and then maybe I could destroy them. I think I can get rid of most of them. I think there's going to be one or two just left down there. All right then, let's see if we can try and get the actual tracks going through here. We might have to destroy it a little bit just to fit them in. So let's just destroy one straight, oh careful Polly, I'm just going to destroy one straight line here, so I can just go and easily add that back in when I make my way back. And I also need to add this section in here like this, just so there's no open holes. And then yeah, let's go and do it so it kind of ramps down. So I think I can get rid of this block. There we go. So it's going to kind of ramp down to there. And I want this to be power rails as well, because I don't want any minecart tracks to end up getting stuck in there. There we go. All of the track is down. So this lever can't actually go here because that's going to be all filled in. But I could, I think, place it down here. And then if I just place a block above that, I think we should be all good. I hopefully think that the tap is going to be all ready. So let's go and have a look and see what it looks like from the outside, shall we? And while I'm doing that, Polly, if you want, you can go and add in a roof to this area here, basically at this level. And you do not want to ride the minecart track anymore. It is no longer safe. I should actually be okay riding it down. Going that way would be dangerous, but riding it down should be okay. So let's have a bit of a test then, shall we? Whoa, this is fast, this is fast, this is very, very fast. And there we go, safely inside of the bathtub. Lovely jubbly. Right then, so this track needs to go along here like this, and then hopefully when the minecart drops down, it is going to land somewhere in this area around here. So let's go and switch all of these tracks on, and let's go and send a minecart up, and let's just see what happens. Let's see whether it makes its way all the way to the top, and whether it drops down again. And oh, something dropped down then. And oh look, there we go, it comes, there we go. And look at it's back up again. This is working perfectly. This is amazing. This is exactly what we needed to happen. So you can see that the minecart track is just looping. You can see it just drops down and then goes back around again. We have left some dirt up there, so we can't see the tap very well. But let's go and stand up on the plunger then, and let's see what it looks like. I think the tap looks okay. It's quite hard to see it here from underneath, but I think it is looking pretty good. And there we go, there goes the dropping up the tap and falling down. Shall I see if I can hit it? Shall I have one go and see if I can hit it? I might need a bit of practice. I don't know if I'll be able to get it first go. And there I go, shall I hit it? There we go. That is exactly how the game is going to work. So what I just need to do quickly now is do the mechanism, which is going to count how many times the track has gone past. So all I need to do is down here, I'm going to go and add a detector rail, which is going to be here. Oh no, that's not a detector rail, that is a power rail that I just put down. Let's go and add a detector rail on this block here, which I just destroyed. And then this is basically going to count how many times the minecart has gone past. And I need to go and add another lever on this side here so we can leave this looping while we build. And yeah, so basically right here, there is going to be a dropper, which is going to be dropping out wool, which will be counted up inside of a chest. And then here, we can add a dispenser. And so this dispenser is going to be the thing that dispenses the minecarts out. And oh, that track is the wrong way around though. So if I do this track, so it's facing like this. Oh, it's facing it keeps facing the wrong way. I need it so it's facing in the direction of where the rest of the track is. So if I kind of go like, if I kind of do it so it looks like it wants to link up like that, there we go. Then if I break these away, then hopefully I can put the other one back down here the right way around. Oh, no, it's going the wrong way now. Right, how am I going to do it? So I need this one facing the way it is, and then these ones to be the way they were. So tell you what, let's break this one away again, and then let's go and break this one away. Minecart tracks are the most frustrating things in the world to build out of. So that one needs to be there like that. And then if I do this one, could go like, if I do one here and then one there. There we go. I did it. I solved the puzzle of the wonky minecart track. So if I break this one away, then I can just go and put a dispenser here. And then this is actually going to dispense minecarts that will get pushed into the bathtub. So if I go down onto the other side here like this, I can then go and add in my dropper, which needs to be just right next to the detector rail like that. And then next to that, there's going to be a hopper. There's going to be a dropper and then a hopper. And this can go right there. And then underneath that, I just need to make a chest. And then all you need to do is look in the chest and count up how many raindrops are going to be in it. And the raindrops are just going to be this blue wool, which I can go and grab now. And so let's go and grab my chest, and I can put it right underneath the hopper here like this. And actually, I think I need to connect the hopper up so it's actually pointing into the chest like that. And then if I fill this dropper up with all of this blue wool like that, and now, I think it's all getting put in straight away for some reason. I think I might have a lever too close, but what would happen is this would be full of minecarts, and then if I go and put a button right next to it here, and then press it, it actually dispenses a minecart, which will then go onto the track. But you wouldn't do it with one, you would do it with a lot of minecarts. So let's go and make a few of these, and let's put them here all into the dispenser like this, and then I can just go and set them all off, and then you'll see a whole load of them going and dropping down. So I can just keep pressing the button like this, and hopefully, unless they all get piled up, we should see them all going and dropping out of the tap one after another. And there we go. That is the game pretty much 100% ready. So that means in the next episode, I can go and invite in a few more friends, and we can have a leaky tap tournament, which is certainly something that I am very much so looking forward to. But sadly, we have run out of time in this very long episode in my lovely world. So I want to say a huge thank you to Polly Reindeer for all of the help she gave me building the leaky tap, and a big thank you to all of you for watching. And I'll see you all later. Bye!